Well, hello everybody, it's Rose, and I'm here today with the post-completion review of Europa and Zeus. Now, this is a diamond painting that I had made as a custom, and all of the information about the, whoops, oh, my diamond painting book just fell. All of the information about the artist is in the description down below, and I think it turned out really, really beautiful. I will tell you the one concern that I have about it as we go through, but I think it turned out spectacular. And it was great to do. The drills were, generally speaking, really, really good. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second while I pick up my book and put you in cradle, and I'll read you my comments about this. So as you see here, I started this before I started my notebook. I originally started it back in 2019, October 11th. And that's when I did the kit up and actually started drilling. And I finished this yesterday, June 4th. So day one, October 11th, the drills are perfect. They are flat and sit together perfectly. And on October 11th, what I was doing was the first 3 inches or so on this end of the canvas. October 12th, the number 6, which is 793, are stuck together, but not really badly. So I was able to break them up fairly easily. Now, legend item C, so symbol C, which was 3752, is also very stuck together badly, and I wasn't able to break them up very well. Even so, I am loving this. I finished the first 3 inches and now have to put it away until I finish all of my Christmas projects. And then the next entry is February 25th. I'm getting back to this again for my patron Michelle Hoyt, who requested a drill and chat. So I did that drill and chat back in February. I'll do 6 inches and then go back to working on the French peacock or start another patron's request. Then February 26th at 3:38 a.m. I have drilled for 5 hours and 20 minutes. This is going very well, and the drills are almost perfect, except for DMC 535, which has little bites taken out of one side. I'll continue tomorrow. February 27th, I finished the 6-inch by 11.5-inch section that I started on 2 days ago. I'm concerned that there are some popping drills. I was testing patty wax, and maybe that had something to do with it. I'm back to using regular pink wax, at least until the weather gets warmer. March 6th, back to it after my 4 birthday projects. March 10th, finished another 6-inch strip, so I now have 9 inches that are done, and that would be those 9 inches right about there. And it looks amazing. And then from March 10th to May 24th, there was nothing. May 25th, it's been a long break, and I've finished a lot of diamond paintings in the interim. Now back to Europa and Zeus. June 2nd, I'm almost done. There's only 5 inches left to do, so that was right around here, this 5-inch strip here. Sorry, I can't figure out there, that strip there. Okay, I'm loving the way it's turning out. Now, understand that when I'm working on this, the only part of the diamond painting that I can see at any given moment is the 3 or 6-inch strip that I'm working on. Sometimes I work on 3-inch strips, sometimes I work on 6-inch strips. And sometimes I work all the way across, sometimes I work just, halfway across because the sheets of paper, the cover paper was laid down this way, 2 sheets this way. Sometimes I would cut both sheets all the way across, sometimes I would just cut 1 sheet. So anyway, I could never see more than a 6-inch by 24-inch, I guess, strip. And so I was never able to see the entire diamond painting as I was working on it. When I laid this down on the coffee table this morning, just before I started recording, that was the first time that I have seen this whole thing. So So I'm loving the way it's turning out, but I have to comment on this stuck together drills. At least 3 prominent colors have very, very stuck together drills that I can't separate. It's a pain. Other than that, they're mostly good, except for a few of the dark colors that have divots in the sides. That's not a huge problem though, and the rest of the colors and even drills of those colors are almost perfect. And then June 4th, which was yesterday, finished. I haven't looked at the whole thing yet, but I think it's going to look amazing. Lots of colors, lots of some colors left over, and just a few spares of others. Tons of trash, which is mostly stuck together drills and divoted sides. Okay, so I'm going to take you out of the cradle now to show you close up this diamond painting. And then you can be the judge of what you think of it. Now, you see that there's like a line down here and here. Those are creases because I had it pushed up. Okay, I was working on it this way on my table, and I started at the top and then rolled it off the edge of my table that way as I worked down. And so there was always a piece of the canvas that was hanging off the table sort of at my tummy. And so my tummy being pressed up against the table pushed these creases into the canvas. But as you can see there's nothing wrong with the canvas. You can just barely see where those creases are. And they'll come out just with time. I'm not in the least bit worried about those marring the painting long term. I will be storing this flat, and so with other stuff on top of it, so that'll help to flatten the canvas. I'm not concerned about that at all. Okay, so let's get up close. I loved this because it was a mix of confetti and blocks of color. So like I found doing the last, I'd say 9 inches to be super easy because there was so much color blocking. Like, look at all of this color blocking here and here and here. It was, I found that super simple. And up here, like so much of, some of these colors, it was super easy. So for that, it was a nice mix of confetti, like you get up here in her hair, and the color blocking that you get, on Zeus's face and nose and stuff like that. The one thing when I was working on it that I wasn't sure how I would like is this yellow highlight. I wish the color had been slightly different, like a little bit more muted, but I'm going to put in a picture of the original artwork in here, and so you can take a look. I think it's pretty true to the original image, although I have not yet myself done a comparison side by side of the image to the diamond painting. So I guess we'll find out when I edit this thing what it looks like. But I think it's beautiful, just gorgeous. And the drills were generally very, very good, mostly of a consistent size. Some of the smaller ones, like this color here, this dark blue, that was the one that had the divots in the side. I think that's the one that had the divots in the side. Yeah, that's one of the ones anyway. And so some of the drills were a little bit smaller. I don't care so much with the small drill, with the dark drills. When it's light colored drills that are too small, that's a problem, but I did not encounter that with this diamond painting. Now, there were a few of this color that I realized were a little bit too big, a few. So I'll go through before I seal this, and I'll pick out the ones that were too big and replace them with right-sized ones. But generally speaking, I was really, really happy with the quality of this. I really, really enjoyed working on it. So here again, we've got one that's just popping a little bit. I'm going to seal this with Mod Podge. So, and then I'm going to hang it right here in my living room. And this one I definitely do want to hang. It's just stunning. I love the way it turned out. Love, love, love it. And once I get one of them up, maybe that'll inspire me to put others up. So yeah, I will be sealing this, and I'll probably record the sealing, and then I'll be framing it, and I'll probably record the framing. And so you'll get to see this project at least once more and twice more if I make separate videos for the sealing and recording. Okay, let's just take another quick look at the drills. I tried to keep them straight, and I found with the 3-placer that I got from We Have a Handle on This, that was I found it really easy to work with the drills with the 3-placer that I got from them. And so I really give credit to those diamond painting pens for making the second half of this diamond painting go so fast, because I started using the drill pens around there. So about half of the diamond painting was done using the We Have a Handle on This drill pens. Okay, let's see. You've probably seen enough detail on this. So I'm going to put you back in the cradle, and we're going to take a look at the spare drills and the trash. And then I'll do the penny pick. See, I got all my penny pick stuff on the floor. Usually I have it on the side of the table, but this thing is as big as my whole table, almost. Well, it's 4 feet across, 3 feet across. Okay, just a sec. All right, I gotta zoom out a little bit. And I'll raise you up a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right, so these are my spare drills and my trash. I needed more containers than the Craftmates would hold. So I just used, whatever else I had. And here we go. Let's see, can you see all of that? Yeah, you can see all of that. All right. So I'm not going to go into huge detail, but wherever you see a blank, like an empty spot, this would have been filled completely to the brim, and then this was more of the same color. So I had 2 full containers of C, and I've still got, I think you can see that, I've still got quite a lot of the C left over. Now these were ones that were stuck together, and I was able to use my garlic crusher to separate them. And there's still a lot that didn't get separated, which you'll see in the trash. But, so yeah, so you'll be able to see the trash in a moment. Some of these I started worrying that I might run out, but I didn't run out of anything. So that was good. And then here we have these. Again, I had this D here, it was completely full. And now there's not very much left. There were 2 full containers of the E, 2 full containers of the F, which is 3760, and 3 full containers of G. And there's still tons of G left, G being 3766. All right. So those were the other 2 Gs, and then we had these colors, this H, 3835. I was afraid I was going to run out. I didn't run out. Tons of J left. Again, I had 2 full containers of that. Here, it was a pretty close call with the M's. I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but there's not very much left here, but I didn't run out, so it's all good. And I gotta move this over a little bit or else it's gonna hit the stand for my camera. Not a lot of some of these colors left over, but what the heck, I didn't run out. And you know what, as much as I was worried about running out, at the same time I knew I have so many KUFWKEY diamond paintings that I was just gonna raid some of my others. If I didn't have stash leftovers of the same shade or hue or whatever, I would just have raided my other KUFWKEYs and, you know, used whatever I needed from another kit. But I never had to do that. And here we have, okay, so I had tons and tons of these 7.99s. And again, there's probably about 500 left. There were two containers full of them, and this holds about 10 or 12 baggies, little bags of drills, so there's tons left over, and lots of these 800s as well. And then we have these others here. Again, I had tons and tons of these. I probably have at least 400 leftover drills of 842. 777, I didn't need a lot, and there's not a lot left over, but I didn't run out, so it's all good. And then finally, this was full of 3072. And I've still got probably 200 or 300 left, maybe 300 left. So again, was never worried about that. Okay, let's take a look at the trash. And for that, I'm gonna bring you way down so that I can see what I'm doing. All right, and I think I'll blow this up a little bit for now. Okay, there is a lot of trash. This is the trash from this project. And so what you can see is that it's mostly that, what color was that? It was definitely the, my goodness, what color was it? Well, it was N3348, which is this greenish color here. And which was the other one? I'm pretty sure it was C. Yeah, it was C. So, and C was 3752. I need a bigger tray. Just a second. And I did, for the C, the leftover C, which is the 3752, which I had tons and tons of spares in my leftover bin that you saw. I had gone through and I had picked out all of the ones that were so stuck together that I couldn't separate them. And I actually almost ruined one of my new drill pens trying to break them apart. And anyway, so then I started using the garlic press, and that worked better, but there are some that are still so stuck together that it's impossible to separate them. And then the others, it's just little things that are wrong with them. Let me see if I can zoom way in. You know, there's one there that's got a little foot. I gotta say, there were almost none with little feet. And there were some that had the little divot, like that sort of dark one that you see there. There were some in the lighter colors. I don't want this to fall all over my table. But in some of the in some of the lighter colors, there were some drills that I noticed were too big. And so, and actually in some of the darker colors too. So for example, this one here, there's nothing wrong with that drill except that it's too big. So I just got rid of it. And there were others like that. And then you see a few that are slightly cupped. And there were a few, not many, that were pitted. But like in terms of flash and melty feet, there was almost nothing. The worst problem was the sticking together. If it hadn't been for the stuck together drills, there would be almost no trash in this diamond painting. Okay, so I'm gonna push the diamond painting aside. I'm gonna just set that there and zoom back out again, because now it's time to do the penny pick. Except it's not a penny pick, because this is a big project. Oh, I'll get the trash bucket too. Okay. This is a big project, so it's not going to be a penny pick. It's going to be a pick of quarters and nickels. And so these are, oh, look it. This is one of our special Canadian quarters, and it has got Brock on it, and it's 1812. That's from the War of 1812. And it's got the red maple leaf in it. So anyway, I have written on each one of these coins an inventory number. So Europa and Zeus was inventory number 160, and the rest of these are all my other inventory numbers. So I'm going to mix them up. I am looking out my living room window, so I have no idea what I'm picking. I got a handful of them here. I'm just letting them drop until there's only one left in my hand. Ooh, 310. 310. I think that might be... Oh, I think I know. Okay, I'm going to check. But I think I know what that might be. Just a second. It's definitely one of my recent ones. Okay, everybody, so this is number 310. It's a Diamond Art Club, and this was one that was given to me by Michelle Hoyt, the patron who requested that I work on Europa and Zeus. And this is called Ice Princess. It's the second edition, and it is a 77 by 55 centimeter round with AB drills. So I think this will be only the second Diamond Art Club one that I've ever done, and so I'm looking forward to doing this one. It's very, very pretty. I can't remember who the artist is, but that's fine. Anyway, it's very, very pretty. Lots of white, and so I will be doing that in the coming weeks. I have already decided which one of my penny picks that I did before I'll be doing, and so that, like right now I'm starting on Phoenix, Tiger, Dragon, Snake, which is one that came up in the penny pick when I finished the elephant tapestry. So that's the one I want to start on next, but I'll be working on this one in the coming weeks, or in the next couple of months anyway. I have a number of others, probably about 3 or 4 others that are in progress right now, and I do want to work through getting a bunch of my larger projects done. So this one here, I'd say by the end of the summer I'll start working on it, but I think it's going to look really cute. So there you go. Okay, everybody, so now all I have to do is pour my trash into my trash bucket. And there we go. And that made a significant addition to the trash bucket. Oh man, there was so much trash. Holy smokes. Okay, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for your attention. If you're new to my channel and you like this kind of thing, please subscribe. And ring the bell so that you get notifications when I post something. If you already love my channel, then please consider becoming a patron and contributing $2 for 1 month or more to help me continue to make the kinds of videos that you enjoy. Okay, thanks everybody, and I'll be back with you again real soon.